What is up, everybody? It's your girl Gigi the Master Manifester, and I am back with another video. All right, Naima, can you hear me fine? All right, so I don't sound far away.
I chose Wix for my business because
Sure.
of its massive scope for functionality and free. Massive scope for functionality and free.
All right, Naima, can you hear me fine? Okay. All right, perfect. Okay, so she said music is fine, so we're gonna play some music. I shuffled the music. We have How Much Can a Heart Take, Lucky Day, and Yeba. All right, be sure y'all like this video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Already prayed over the cards, called on her positive ancestors and her spirit team. Are you ready to get started? No patience, I'm running out, honey. It's something you're not speaking up about that you need to speak up about. That's kind of what I'm hearing. I don't know if it's because you don't want to be mean or if it's because you just genuinely don't know how to speak up. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so let's get some insights into that. So her question for today, she wants to know what can she do to help her ancestors. Okay. All right. Is the music, is it too loud? Is it, you want me to turn it up or turn it down, or is it fine? Trying to know. I'm trying to let new energy. Okay. Okay. All right. How can she help her ancestors? I'm gonna pull from the mediumship deck. All right, spirit. So, who is this in her frequency? What do you feel like she can do to help you guys? Like her ancestors, her spirit team, her positive ancestors. Oh, you are ready to address childhood traumas. So it's a woman with the afro. This woman has come before, died with Alzheimer's. So who is this? We've talked to her before though. Return to sender. But I remember doing the reading. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. Develop your mediumship abilities. Deceased cousin. Then you got Cherokee, Native American ancestry. A lot of spirits around you, per usual. Okay, I mean, it's just the bottom of the deck is saying it all. So definitely Native American ancestry. This is the woman. This woman has come to you before. I just cannot remember who she is. What's her name? Rose. I remember speaking to a woman, but you would know who this is based off of like the message. So she's talking about mediumship. She's Native American, died of Alzheimer's. Yeah. Okay, Rose. Okay. So, do you remember her last message to you? Like, what was she talking about? Do you remember? This spirit is speaking on Alzheimer's disease, a progressive brain disorder leading to memory loss and cognitive decline. They are letting you know this is what led up to their death. Symptoms may include memory loss, confusion, disorientation, and mood changes. So she's like, this is why she's speaking on behalf of the ancestors and she's talking about mental health. She feels this is why it's so important. She's speaking about looking at your cousins, like look at the life of your cousins, or whether they're deceased or living. She's speaking about that, the cousins. She's talking about mental health, undiagnosed mental health issues. She's saying if you are having mental health issues, it's okay to get help. It's nothing to feel ashamed about. She's saying when you don't get treated or, things are going without being said or just whatever the case may be, she's saying that this is what it leads up to. So you don't want to get to your older age and then you're having issues with like memory loss, confusion, disorientation, like just being confused out of nowhere, and mood changes. So she's just speaking on that. She's saying you have nothing to be ashamed about. This actually, a lot of Black families experience this. So she's speaking on that. She's also speaking on you not doing enough justice work. Your ancestors have already talked to you about the justice, doing releases for your family or for yourself, whether it's for your intermediate family or for you. You have to like energy that's being sent has to be sent back, whether this is old things or like things that's going on now. Okay, so you have to be very it's like I think this is like childhood trauma related, but there are things that you need to return to sender. Okay. So you could do that spiritual bath, have those spiritual baths to return to sender. Trying to see what is it that trying to see what is it that I think it's just the negative, like the energy that's just always. It's like no matter what you do, it's just still there in the back of your mind. So instead of like releasing it, you need to return it to the person that caused you that pain. So whether this person is deceased, whether this person is alive, this is what I'm hearing. Okay, so you have to make that a habit to do that. I don't think there's going to be there. She's calling it like divine order or divine balance. Let me see. She doesn't think that there's divine balance. Yeah, divine balance and divine order in your life until those things are balanced. Like justice. Like the scales. Like she's showing me the scales, like the weighted scales within the justice. So she's saying there has to be a balance. Okay, so this makes sense to me. So she's speaking on light and dark. So it's okay to be love and light, but also understand that there are aspects of that dark energy or whatever you would want to call it. There are things that you have to perfect within your craft. Think about it. Your spiritual journey, it is your craft. it should be fun for you. It shouldn't be a chore. It shouldn't be like anything that's like kind of like a chore. You feel like you have to do it. It's really not something you should be doing. You should do it because you feel led to do it. So this spirit here is really challenging you. Like if you're gonna do it, do it. If you're not, don't. Okay, this ain't nothing to play with. And she's speaking on wanting to like help you elevate more mentally. I think this is what her message was about, like with the hair. I think it was something with like the crown chakra and the third eye chakra. So that's why the hair was super important to her, like wearing the afro, kind of like having you emulate that energy. So I feel like it's something that she wants to like teach you more of. So that's really what so this makes sense with the develop your mediumship abilities. You are ready to address childhood traumas. I feel like you are at a good place. And this is me just personally speaking. I think you've grown a lot, but she's speaking on continuing that journey and understanding this is really ancestral. So you have to be very strong minded. And it's this is from her perspective. She's saying it's hard to have a strong mind when you're dealing with mental health issues. So that's why she wants you to like she's urging you, even if you need to see a therapist, if it's things that you want to do or you feel like you need to do, whether it's like, um, whether it's vitamins or trying new like herbs, like I think she wants you to do that as well. Looking into different herbs, because I was about to say like maybe a medication, but then I was like, wait, I started to hear like the herbal medicine. So she's wanting you to look into that. So look into that for like Alzheimer's. It's not to say you're going to have Alzheimer's, but she's speaking ancestrally. Okay, she's saying this is running rampant in your family, literally right now as we speak. Like people that actually is in your family that is like literally leading up to Alzheimer's. Young people too, like people that's just very forgetful and this experiencing these type of symptoms. Cognitive decline is what it is. Okay. So let's see what so your question was, let me see. Uh-oh, I missed your comments. You said negative thinking. Wow, I'm a Libra. You know what? That makes sense. Yeah, with the scales. Yeah. Oh, she said it is. Woo, I'm so forgetful. Okay, now she's on your neck. So she looking at you like, yeah, that's what like she communicates with you a lot through just like clear like straight download. Like it's almost like you can hear it, but you can't hear it. It's like a very loud thought. So when she speaks, it comes through very clear. So this makes sense too with the mediumship abilities because this hat, it has like the this card always makes me think of like a sharp thinker, somebody that's into like the sciences, engineering, somebody that's just very like innovative and smart and sharp. So it's not just speaking about spirituality or being sharp spiritually, it's talking about like just intelligence. Okay. You have the watches here, you have like all the different symbols, and that's the kind of energy. So this is a very smart woman. Like I'm getting like she was an educated woman. Your sister is too? Okay, so that's yeah. Um so yeah, the cousin is trying to come through. Not Curtis, but the other one. Is it one named Travis? This one is the dark he's like dark skin. I can't remember his name. Um the one that you I think you told me he had a son. Like he left behind a son. Cause did he deal with mental health issues? Travis? Okay, yeah, Travis. That's the name I heard. So yeah, and this even like looks like him. So this is the one that's speaking, and to me, for some reason, I've never noticed this guy on the card, but for some reason now he looks like he's just everybody else is grayed out, and he's coming through so vibrant. So that's good to hear. He is smiling. So let me see what's going on with him. So how are you, Travis? What's going on with your energy? How are you doing? How can she help? All right, he's feeling good. Okay, these two want to come out too. Caregiver support. So he's there with this woman. Okay. This is the older woman, the Native American woman. Look, this is the Native American. Okay, so there's the man as well. There's a native man as well. Um, but he's mentally very sharp right now. He's learning from them. He's learning from, I'm assuming these are grandparents to him. I don't know. It kind of gives that dynamic. So he's feeling very passionate right now. So things are feeling really good for him. He's trying to come through and help you channel this energy here. So you have teacher, knowledge, support, caregiver, passion, and fire. So imagine Rose is like a super older woman, like 90s, probably 100. Like her back is like hunched over. She comes through vibrant like a younger woman, but I'm seeing now from talking to him like how she really looks, but she's like super old, um, small. She's like a small lady, very bright skin. Like she really like kind of looks white a little bit. She could pass for white. So like she has like small hands. She's a very small woman. Okay, so with her, she's like she is a teacher, okay? So she has like a lot of knowledge and wisdom that was passed down. So I am seeing the father figure with her, so I think this could be her dad. So with him, he's very like knew all about the native culture, grew up in the native culture, like was around when, like he's a real black Indian, okay? Like a real black Indian. So he has a lot of knowledge, not only spiritual knowledge, but also like survival skills, and also um with the herbs, okay? So he does want you to get more into herbs. Not everybody trying to talk. That's crazy. So look at this. See, this is like family tree. So yeah, so you definitely Cherokee. Because I'm seeing like a lot of them. Okay, so like I'm seeing it's like her, and then behind her is him. Then behind him is like another person, and then behind him is like three people. And then behind them is like five people. So it's like endless. So this is interesting, but um, so I don't know if one of them is Travis a fire sign, but he just feeling very passionate, and it's interesting because it's a woman on these cards. So I'm feeling like this is the Rose's energy come like this is their interaction. So him learning things from her, this is the effect. Passion, fire. Like he feels like a new man. The last time we talked to him, well, I don't even know if we talked to him before. I know we talked around the time that he passed, but I'm not sure if we talked to him. But I don't think if we did talk to him, I don't think this was his energy. Now it's like vibrant. Even though this card is black and white with them on this card, for some reason he looks vibrant to me, like almost like you could see his brown skin. um so he was very depressed. I think he did seem like he was losing his mind. His sister told me this. Wow, girl, spot on. OMG. Well, this is a good thing because he's doing better. He's learning about his heritage. Okay, he's learning about where he comes from, like who he really was. There is a little bit of regret of like, look, I just was talking about this, like a person who's mentally sharp. This is the exact card. So when I was speaking about that, this is on the bottom of the deck. Ingenuity, inventor. So yeah, his mind is on next level things. So this is he's telling you this is who you need to be connecting with. This is who you need to be speaking with. Like even though you didn't personally know her, know Rose, like she's literally there. Um, if you speak her name, she's there. Then you have this card, performer, actor. So yeah, I'm getting like this was like somebody that was like she went to college. I don't even know how old she is. I can't really tell. She's older now, but I guess when she passed away, maybe she was in her 60s or 70s. Yeah, she lived a full life. I keep hearing Broadway, so I don't know if she was on Broadway or she wanted to be on Broadway, but I get the sense that this woman was like very driven. Like she went to school. She said she went to like a HBCU. So she was there back when, HBCUs were, coming up. So let me see. She's telling me a school. It's like I know things like the story's unfolding. It's just I'm trying to. Let me see. What is she saying? She went to school, performing arts school in New York. What's that? Juilliard? Is that the school in New York? I'm seeing that for her. But the thing was, she's telling me of how smart she was. Like that's what got her there. Her mind. So this is very interesting because she's speaking about Alzheimer's, but then she's also saying how far her mind got her. So I wonder at what point did something change? Um, like did something traumatic happen to change? Uh-oh, the music is let's see. Hold on, cause she is literally she's talking to me, but I'm trying to. It's like she's like it's almost like a whisper. So I'm like, I'm trying to look and see. It's like, but the way she's moving her mouth, it's like she's trying to whisper. I don't know. Maybe because she's older. She's literally talking to me clear as day. Of like, it wasn't that. What did she say? It wasn't that something traumatic happened. It wasn't something that was. Okay, hold on. I think it was a man. It have to do with a man. It's not that her life this man caused her to have a bad life or anything like that. I just think it was something she was so worried about. And that worry and that stress, I think that triggered this. And she just speaking on the disease in general within the black community. Like a lot of diseases come from stress. So stressing, you can't be like such a worry bug. So I think she wants you to find hobbies and things that you genuinely enjoy, and that's why she's speaking about like your spiritual journey. It should be fun for you. You should always be exploring and learning something new every day. And if it's not something you're passionate about, like find something like you could still be on your path and find something that more so fits you. You don't have to do something just because somebody else is doing it or just because that's the first thing that you learned about. So that's good advice because everybody's path is different, everybody's walk is different. So I guess what she's saying is, um, she a lot of the things that she learned, it was passed down through oral tradition. I think she's been in your frequency a lot, like even longer before she even stepped forward, because with like certain things you were exploring, it sounds like she's the one that was in your frequency. Um, just looking into things and exploring certain things like the Goa, the Native Americans. Um, I believe she had a lot to do with that because seeing the impact that she had on Travis, that's powerful. And you're still living. So she just wants you to put your energy into something that you enjoy. And life is meant to be explored. So she wants you to explore that within yourself. Go within yourself. Step outside of some of the things that you're dealing with in real life, whether it's stress or just family life. Find something that makes you passionate. Find something you love. Don't worry about not having a career that you love. More so focus on exploring different things that you love. Not don't even look at it as career. Just find something that you're passionate about and something that sparks your fire, lights your fire. So this is like a self-exploration journey. Okay. So this is where the meditations come in. Wow, Travis is an Aries, a fire sign. Girl. Wowzers. Yeah, so the fire energy is coming through. So yeah, so for him it's music. I think music is something he loved. So I don't know if he's playing a guitar or a saxophone, but I think it's something with music that he really loved that he just yeah, I think that's what it was. He loved music. So this could be like an instrument, it could be performing arts, whatever the case may be. I want you to try to find a some type of theater nearby and look and see like if there are like shows, like live shows. Um plays, whether it's a play or a show or whatever, start going to different things. Like within your community. It don't have to be local community, but like, within like an hour range around you, try to find like different things. Like even if it's like opera or like I said, plays, try to channel that energy and like explore. Go to something like instead of going to like the movies, try to go see like a live show where there's live performers, there's live music, there's live band, there's live jazz, stuff like that. Okay. This has to do with this is ancestral. Okay. So this is the type, maybe try this type of thing. And also don't be afraid to dress up and be expressive. Put on your lipstick, put on your makeup, put on like an outfit that like this print here, it kind of reminds me of like cheetah print. So if you have like cheetah print something or leopard print, something that is just different that you want to wear, but you like, I don't know where I would wear this to. Wear it to when you go do this. Okay. So try to find things that align with this, like performing arts. I think there's going to be something there. Not to say you're going to be a performing artist. No, this could be entertaining for you. Entertainment is a part of life. Um, and it's also so what I'm hearing, the reason she wants you to do plays is because and I'm not sure about this. I'm not for sure if this is how it goes. I don't know if it's like they do plays based off of books, kind of how they do movies, but that's kind of what I'm hearing. So like if you go see a play that's based off something else that will give you opportunity to research certain things, look into certain things, and like educate yourself. So it's not just you going to see a show, it's you kind of like immersing yourself in something that you can be passionate about. So this is one of the things. I mean, unless you want to go take lessons for an instrument, I don't know, like the piano or the saxophone or something, but it's either one of these. So these are the options that she's given me for you, okay? You can also do she wants you to go to a like a nursing home and like do some community service. So I think this is just her way of trying to get you to connect with people that's around you and also just being able to send you messages in different ways. Like I can't see everything that she's trying to do. Some things are going to be between you and her. That's just how it is with, your spirit team. It's not everything isn't for me to tell you. I can only give you like kind of like breadcrumbs. What you do with that information is up to you. But don't let that information just collect and you don't do anything with it. Try to incorporate. Like each month you have a reading, so take that advice and implement it. And then just keep doing it, keep building on it. Okay? So let me see. Travis, is there anything else that you want to say? Because it's kind of like we were talking to Travis, but then we were talking to Rose. Look, I cut the deck, and this is like, is this not somebody like performing? Even this is like, it's so dramatic. Like, you know, I love it. Yeah, this is that same energy. So she was a force to be reckoned with. Okay, she's speaking about like it's from. She gets this from her dad's family. Okay, so this is like an ancestral thing. It's like one thing about it. Black people, we experience so much, but like I want to say people want to be like us, but a lot of different cultures they emulate us. They want to be like us. So it's like a blessing to be a black woman, and she truly believes that, and I believe that too. But it's like she wants you to really see the beauty in your blackness. Whether you define it as blackness, but she wants you to see the beauty in your heritage, the beauty in your ancestry and your DNA. She's also speaking about, not everything is what it seems. This is what she's saying. So she wants you to like be divinely led to certain information. Like if certain information comes to you about a certain group of people or like the Cherokee for instance, like she will have you look into certain things for a reason. Like don't always believe, what the history that they tried to teach. It's deeper than that. There's like the things that I had learned just from doing research online was nothing compared to when I first started meditating and actually seeing like actually seeing and interacting with my Native American ancestors. So it's different because they don't look like what they told us Native Americans look like. Like they look like black people. They look like our grandparents. They look like, our great grandparents because they are Native Americans, or indigenous people, should I say. But they were native to this land. So a lot of the things that I learned through my meditation is just things that at first I couldn't really grasp because it's not anything I'd seen before, or so I thought. But a lot of time things are hidden right beneath our nose. So this is why your spirit team wants you to like continue with the meditations, connect with them in the meditation so you can see who you really are. It's like a mirror. They want you to be able to see like who you really are, because it's a lot of things that happen in the world that make us feel low vibrational or make us feel like we're not good enough, but that's not really the reality. Like you're this is what she's saying, but like I know this to be true of like we really do come from royalty. But what they want us to believe is that we were slaves or we were, all we were was property. And we didn't make any meaningful contributions to society or to America. And that's not the truth. And it's funny because what's going on in the world, it really does tie so much into this spiritual journey and what I believe. Like being connected to your ancestors is so important. Understanding that is like a mirror of like who you are, and a lot of them know who they are because they grew up with the customs and the ways, and they grew up knowing who they were. They grew up knowing they were indigenous. They weren't confused about that. But now, as black people, we are so confused about who we are, and that causes us to have a lot of mental health issues. Like we don't really know what to make of all of the trauma that we've experienced both ancestrally and like in present day. That's what leads up to these like mental disorders, brain disorders. Like it's really scary when you think about it because I mean, I've had mental health issues. Like it runs in my family. So, it literally is ancestral. Like you could be so happy and be so successful but still, not fully feel like you're really doing anything when you know you are. But that's just what society that's the bullshit society feeds us. So we have to be mindful to log off of that shit and just remember like this goes deeper than what they tell us. Like our real history was passed down to us. It's all about what we do with it. So like y'all are getting y'all readings every month. Do something with the information. Don't just sit on it because this is serious. This is for real. It's almost like y'all have already been preparing for these times where I don't know what the word to call it, but it's like mass manipulation that happens. So currently, like I'm happy, I'm at where I'm at within my spiritual journey and like my mentorship ladies, and people that follow me and listen to me or whatever. But yeah, we have been preparing for these times, so we have to be super mindful to not like absorb everything that's going on in the world and just trust what we're learning and what we're doing. So that's why the meditations are important. You're seeing beyond the bullshit of what they're trying to tell you of who you are, and you're seeing for yourself. Like in those meditations when we were flying around, now I'm like, I'm taking that shit literal now. I'm like, hold up. Cause what do y'all know that I don't know? Like I'm thinking this is like make believe. Like when I was looking at like when we did the first mountain meditation and I was seeing like remember I don't know if you remember the voice message, but like when I was like flying around the mountain, it was like they lived inside the mountain. And it was like they had their own civilizations inside the mountains. And then we were in the animal suits. Like I was in a white bear suit. And then the native woman, she was making I had on like a tail. It was a fox tail, I think. It was long and white. But I shit you not. Like after that, it was like some months later, and I ended up stumbling upon some information about like the natives. Why do they literally live in the mountains like that? Like that's literally what they did. And not only that, It's just like exactly how I saw it in my meditation. That's exactly what it really was. And then also with the animal suits, that was true as well. I have never learned that anywhere. I've never even seen that anywhere. So, like, how do you explain that? Like, that's something that you can't explain. It's like that's the beauty of like our journey, our spiritual journey, and like understanding who we really are. Because do you see how that, like, having those experiences and then seeing like in the real world, oh, this is real. This wasn't like fictitious. Like, I don't know why is I assumed it was just like, oh, okay, they're just talking like this meditation is kind of like a dream, it's just like la la la. No. So I'm still trying to figure out all the way of like what to make of that or those experiences, but I do know that we're definitely on the right track. But it's all about what you're doing with that information, because too much information can be a curse to a certain extent. So yeah, so that's the message. Just make sure that you're being intentional about connecting with this ancestry. They're here, they're present for you. Let me see. Did Travis have anything else he wanted to say? He said, um, oh, I missed a lot. You said, okay, I went to an opera once. Okay, I love this. Yes, I do too. Yes, it does. You can't. We are on the right track. Okay, so you went to the opera. Try out. Okay, so this is the second time this come up. So you do have Latino and Hispanic ancestry. Okay, but let me see. Did Curtis? Not Curtis. Travis. Did he have anything else that he wanted to say? Travis, anything else? What? Cause what offering did you want, Travis? What's the offering you wanted? Well, this ain't my offering deck. Let me see. What do you want? Not some pig feet. Y'all eat pig feet down there? Cause I literally just heard pig feet. Um, and then he's also talking about, because he says because of what it represents, what pigs represent spiritually. Okay, so look into that. Okay, so pig feet. Okay, let me see. Rose, what is it that you want from her? What do you need from her? Clear audience. Yeah, so I literally was just telling you this. I said she wants to communicate. She's trying to talk, and it's just, for me, it's coming through clear as day. Like it, just like I'm sitting here talking to you. You hear me? That's how I was hearing her talk, but it's kind of mumbled because like she kind of, how older people, like, they mouth be scrunched up when they talk. That's kind of the energy I get from that. It was like she was kind of whispering, but baby, she knows she's like talking, like, just like clear as day. Says hearing conversations, words, sounds, music as thoughts. It's real. Oh, music as though it's real. Yeah. So pay attention to like music, lyrics, all of that. Look, look what's on the bottom of the deck. So now this makes sense because remember I said it's a man. Remember I said it's a man. That's the reason why. What led to her mental health issues. Yeah. So little things can trigger us. Even okay. So you know how I was telling you at first, it's like things you want to speak up about, but you like almost don't want to inconvenience people. No, you cannot do that. Like, you're like literally, it's like that dream when I was like, fucking spit it out, man. Like, please don't piss me off like with this. Like, if you don't speak your dang on mind, I don't know what this is about, but like I just know how mad I was when I woke up from that dream. So please do not do this. Like, we are not doing this. Like, you need to speak your mind. Like, it's it's okay to like tell somebody like what they're doing you don't like. If that person really cares about you, they'll understand and they'll readjust themselves. So I don't know if this is relationship wise or family, but you gotta learn to speak up, okay? Speak your mind or forever hold your peace. Um, I feel like I don't know if this hasn't happened yet. Like, okay, is this something happening now, or is this? If you don't know, then this must be something that's about to happen. But I'm just seeing like this is you have a habit of doing this. Like you're literally not speaking your mind. Even it's not speaking your mind doesn't mean you're arguing though. Like, because sometimes like people will make you feel like, well, if you have a rebuttal, that means you're arguing. It's not. I'm speaking my mind. And if you can't handle me speaking my mind and you tell me telling you how I feel, then you don't need to be around me. It's relationship wise. Okay. That's what I was seeing. But well, that's the first thing that she was saying. It doesn't. What did I say? Where are you saying it doesn't to? Because I'm like, like you deserve, like you. This is what you got to understand. Like the things that you manifest and you like you create, it doesn't mean it's going to be perfect. Like, but the beauty of having a healthy relationship is you can tell your partner things and trust that they're still going to be there and they'll correct themselves. Like that's a healthy relationship. And I guarantee you, if you tell your partner you give him an opportunity to correct himself, he will. But if you're not speaking your mind, how can you expect somebody to read your mind for real? And then you're only making yourself feel worse. Yeah, because it's really not an argument. And even if it is an argument, who gives a fuck? You in a relationship, like, let's be real. Like, every couple's gonna argue, even if it's like small arguments. Like, that's normal. So, like, trying to avoid an argument is like not realistic. But I just don't believe in that. I feel like if you with the right person, like even if something bother you, yes, it might get on their nerves if you steady bringing it up. But at the end of the day, if you don't feel right with some shit, you need to speak. Because baby, I'm gonna tell you one thing about it. If something don't sit right with me, you're gonna hear my mouth. Like if we're in a relationship, you're gonna hear it. Like I'm not gonna nag, but it's like if something's still bothering me, I'm not gonna let you like bully me into not speaking my mind or being like, oh, here you go with this shit. Like, and I don't get the vibe that your partner is even like that. So, don't allow past relationships or past childhood trauma to stop you from, or even domestic violence, past situations where people have silenced you. Don't let that affect your life and your reality now. Cause I guarantee you, like, you're in a whole new reality. So you can't kind of like treat things like it's the same because it's really not. So true, LMAO. He's not. Yeah, like like I get the vibe that this person, like you could tell them anything, like I don't like the way you walking, and this person will walk different. Like how people get icks, and it's like I really don't like how you walking right now. Like it's like a little switch to it. Like this person will stop because you don't like it. So yeah, just speak your mind. It's little small things that bother you that you should speak on. It would honestly be helpful for him if you would speak on it, because it would clear up confusion or like a person being confused why you got attitude or why you're annoyed. Okay, so this is what I'm hearing. So with that being said, I feel like that will take some of the pressure off. But communication is going to be a big one for you. Learn how to communicate how you're feeling. I think that's a part of your healing journey. That's where you're at now. You got to learn how to speak up. Just speak up, okay? Like you'll feel a lot better within your relationship and within your future because you won't feel like you're having to not change for somebody, but you won't feel like uncomfortable. You know. I also wanted to pull from this deck. So who do you want to? We can either talk to Rose or we can talk to Travis. But I'm gonna ask what energy What energy do they want you to be in and focus on? Yeah, because our issue right now are definitely icks. Do you see what I'm saying? Like she all in your frequency. But you know what? It'll get better once you learn to speak your mind and not hold your tongue. That's not healthy though. Um and if it's something that's hard, and I had to learn this, if it's something hard for you to talk about, because I get emotional easily. So it's okay to write things down first of like how you're feeling or type it out of how you're feeling, because sometimes it's easier when you write it out on paper or type it out. You can kind of see or like sort your thoughts. Yeah, but don't think too hard on it because um it's not major things like little icks. Like you're gonna obviously probably get on each other's nerves at some point, but it's not gonna be anything that's like deal breakers. As long as you firm on your deal breakers and you know what those deal breakers are, as long as this person ain't crossing no boundaries, I don't think there's an issue. Um, she's on your neck. So do you want me to ask her? Because I'm gonna pull from the African Goddess Rising book. I mean deck, Oracle deck. So do you want me to ask Travis, or do you want me to ask Rose? Okay. All right, Rose. All right, Rose. What energy? Okay, let's say what energy. Okay, obviously you're in her frequency, so she reminds you of yourself. So that's a good thing, because she's a very powerful woman. Very smart. So Rose, what energy do you want her to emulate of you? Like what energy do you want her to represent, or what energy is she representing that is channeling you? Okay. Long, Bubby, Susie, Shane. Okay. You see the feathers? The feathers, they give me native or indigenous energy because you got the feathers, the headdress. This literally looks like Native American. Um, says Shane. So let's see what this one says. Let's see. Let's see. I feel like this gonna read you for sure. All right. Not element fire. Okay. All right. Long, Bubby, Susie. Shadow of shame. So this is Belize. Okay. So this is Gari Funa. Gari Funa in Belize. The element is fire. Long, Bubby Susie keeps the children of Belize terrified. Viewed as a shadow monster, she has the power to kill or nurture with her long, scary breasts that contain milk and poison. This beautiful Afro indigenous spirit may be the distortion of the Arwak / Tano moon goddess Atabi. Her shadow guidance is you are beautiful and loved. Every part of you and your journey is beautiful, even the ugliest moments. You have a heart, soul, and breath that makes you beautiful. So the embodiment says you are secretly sacred, that you are not enough. Hold up. You are secretly scared. Why did I say you are secretly scared that you are not enough. Shame is lying to you. You are not broken, unlovable, ugly, or unworthy. Shame keeps you small and hiding. Accept yourself now. You are a bright light. Allow yourself to see who you really are, and you are doing the very best you can. You are lovable and you are complete. The goddess declaration is I am protected. Wow, is that not spot on? That is so spot on. So don't allow other people's view of you. I was kind of speaking on that when I was talking about like the history of like what they teach us and what they tell us and what they want us to believe about who we are, but it's not the truth. It's not the truth. So it's just like here, they called her a shadow monster because she has the power to kill or nurture with her, like with her natural nature. So can you imagine what that's like, carrying that type of shame, walking around being viewed as a monster? We'll kind of view that as how you're viewing yourself now. So step outside of like that energy of shame. And that's literally the best way to put it. The perfect embodiment is the word shame. I don't think I've ever used that word, but shame will allow you to honestly feel like you're not good enough and let your whole life pass you by feeling like you're not good enough. But that energy is literally lies, lies and blasphemy. Okay, like couldn't be further from the truth. So you have to remember, it's a deliberate remembering who you are. That also comes through the meditations. When you observe yourself in these meditations and you see yourself and you like, why do I have this on? Or why do I have that on? Like, why do I look like that? That's showing you a version of yourself. That's either a past version of yourself, or that is you. Like either way, it's you. Whether it's a young you, whether it's the you in the future, whether it's you from a past life, it's still you. So you need to observe it. The meditations aren't just to quiet the mind. No, you're going in there to explore and also to rewrite your story. You do understand what you're doing. You're reprogramming your subconscious mind. That's basically what you're doing. And we're gonna have to run that ritual back. The ritual we did, reprogramming the subconscious mind, where we did the meditation. Yeah, we got to run that back, like in March. Like, let me make sure I write that down. Yeah, we're running that back. Yeah, we're gonna do that for sure. So it's important that you remind yourself, because you'll start to forget. You'll start to forget who you really are. But I feel like with this card here, like the signs and the symbols are all around. If you look, see those symbols and stuff. That's just the representation of you. Like this woman is so beautiful, but in her head like she's ugly. But the reason she feels like that is because things that she's went through in her life. So it's not just because she's having random thoughts. No, it's things that she's experienced, things people have told her, said to her over the years. You've internalized those things. So that's what needs to be returned to sender. You see where they're going with this? Said definitely spot on. After the reading, I got to send a message in Discord because wow, yes, definitely voice message in the readings channel because I want to hear. I can't wait to hear. But it's so many ancestors around you. I said this at the beginning, but the more I look at these rocks, like they have faces. Look at this one. This looks like a face. This looks like a face. This looks like a face. Like you are so protected, and that's literally what this says. It says for the affirmation, I am protected. Let me read this again. You are secretly scared that you are not enough. Shame is lying to you. You are not broken, unlovable, ugly, or unworthy. Shame keeps you small and hiding. Accept yourself now. You are a bright light. Allow yourself to see who you really are. You are doing the very best you can. Heavy on you are doing the best you can. The very best you can. Like, that's just got to be enough. Like, let that be enough for you. Doing your best every day, that's more than enough. Like, don't try to push yourself to be something you're not. Just be yourself. Be the best you that you can be. Take the best care of yourself that you can. Okay? Doing things for yourself, honoring yourself, loving yourself, complimenting yourself, especially your body. There's a lot of shame. This woman is like covering up her body, her boobs, and her stomach, especially. So stop doing that. I don't care if you gotta walk around naked after a certain time. I know you got kids, so but It's like you have to start to love yourself more and your body more. Get back in control of your body and get back in your body, okay? Because I just feel like it's like this, you're watching yourself from like, you're watching yourself. You're not in your body interacting as yourself. You're watching yourself from like a different, what is it called? Like an outer body kind of thing. Uh-oh, could you hear me? Hopefully you could. I gotta plug my phone up. Oh, not the phone is on 555. We've been on here for 555. But I think you did hear what I was saying. But yeah, release the shame about your body because you're taking away from the beauty and the essence of who you are as a woman. Not only a woman, but a beautiful black queen. Okay? That's enough. However you show up, whatever body you show up with, you're beautiful. Okay? So, point blank, period. Still turning heads. So, get out of your head and get out of this shame because it's literally it's taking away your youth. Like that's how Rose sees it. Like you're still in your youth. Like she died in her 60s and 70s, so she wants you to like live your youth and like really enjoy your life, the fruits of your labor, but don't waste any more time living in this shame, okay? This was the message from your spirit team. Thank you to the spirits who stepped forward. Thank you, Rose, Travis, and the other positive spirits who stepped forward. You guys may go back to the spirit realm. Goodbye. You're so welcome. Thank you. This was a good reading. Message is clear as day. All right, so my phone is dying, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This is Juju the Master Manifester, and I am out.